Sadhana Forest started in 2003, and the idea was to try to regenerate, to reconstitute the tropical dry evergreen forest, which is the indigenous forest of our area. We were allocated the land by the Oroville Foundation, which we are members of. We are Orovillians, so we belong to this international community that started in 1968 with the support of UNESCO, and the community has given us the stewardship of this land. Yeah, that's the beginning. The original idea was to live here, my family, which I had one child at that time, and maybe another one or two families. But that's not what happened, because volunteers started coming and hearing about this and saying, hey, we want to stay. And we said, yeah, fine, come. So it started growing and growing, and now we have about 1,000 volunteers a year staying here, which is lovely, but not at all what we planned. In terms of sustainable living, our idea was to live sustainably. We are vegan, very much lovers of the environment, into gift economy, unschooling, and that's how we plan to live privately. And when people wanted to join, they sort of joined into this lifestyle, at least for the time they're here. So they experience something else, it's not something that they would necessarily do for the rest of their life, but it's different, it's interesting, it's intriguing them to think, and that's important.
Sadhana Forest integrates many creative aspects of sustainable living into daily life, such as composting, limiting water use for hand washing, showering, and laundry, recycling and upcycling, and using solar panels for energy.
I was looking for intentional communities, and I was looking for especially projects that work around sustainability. And also where people live together and work together, more like a community. And there were quite a few all around India, but I was already planning on coming to Oroville. And so I looked it up and I emailed them, and they responded, but I had never visited Sadhana Forest before. But I was at a stage of my life where I was kind of trusting my intuition. So I just showed up and it worked.
It's a very nice project where you can do some reforesting, and you can see the achievements. 10 years before he was everything like just dust and some stones, and now it's green. And I really like it. It's hard work, but it's good. You can give something back to the nature.
Right now I've been here for a month almost, and I can say that, yeah, I was expecting to do certain things that I haven't done, but I've learned some other stuff really, really useful. I was looking for organic farming, which we are not really doing, and also to take care of the trees and everything, which is not the season, so we are not doing it either. So, but on the other hand, I've learned how it is to live in a community, and I guess I'm gonna take this back home, because I'm really looking forward to do this again. Also, I'm learning about, so all sorts of things. Right now, I'm tool shed manager, and I'm learning a lot about tools, how to sharpen them, all these things. I've learned about, Indian food, cooking, recycling, many other things that in another place I wouldn't have learned that well. And the most important thing is that I've met wonderful people, like the best. And yeah, this is going to go with me everywhere I go. Yeah. So I'm really happy of being here.
So I came here last year, and then I visited here on Friday. So and then I become interested in this project. So I just came here and then I stayed for 7 months, and like yeah, I stayed there for 7 months, and I had a really very good experience here, amazing experience, and I used to speak with different people with the different cultures and different languages, and speaking with them, it's really a wonderful experience. Like planting trees together with them is really a good experience for me. So I learned many things here by cooking, and also I learned many stuffs here like yoga and these kind of stuffs. So I am planning to do it there, whatever I learned it here. I learned it many things here. I can say like many things I learned it from here, like swimming, like like planting trees, like meditation, and many kind of stuff. So I'm planning to use them in Dubai also.
I actually like everything here. I love how the community works and how everyone has very important tasks that help the community to just be a community and to make stuff work. And I like that everyone has a part to play and every part is really important. And I like how the day is organized. I think it's very relaxing that the afternoons are usually free.
Days at Sadhana start at 5 a.m. with the wake-up call, followed by the morning circle. First seva is from 6 until 8:30, and second seva is from 10 until noon. Sevas may be a variety of activities such as tree care, compost and compound, recycling, breakfast or lunch cooking, or firewood, just to name a few. These sevas vary depending on the season and the amount of people in the community. I was fortunate to be there during low season, so although I did not get to see the reforestation project, I was able to truly experience what it takes to run a community.
During peak season, we have up to, let's say this season we had about 80 people, and there was so much more being done. Like there was, of course, the reforestation and water conservation as we were planting trees, taking care of trees, making bunds and swales, and cooking was a very, very small part of it. And so I think you're one of the lucky ones who gets to see this time of the year, because you see what it takes for a community to sustain when it's not peak season, when not a lot of people come because it's so hot. So yeah, I think that is one aspect of it, but the other aspect is also you grow as a person.
Right now I'm feeling like I should do something more based on, on being in a community. I don't know how it's going to work out, but yeah, there's definitely something that I'm going to do about it. Apart from me living in a community wherever, I mean, it's transmitting this, everything that I've learned to the people that I know. I'm gonna go back and just show around, like show people what I've learned, that it is actually possible. You can really live like this, and you don't have to be like in the middle of nowhere, disconnected of people or anything. I mean, it's just a way of living, and then you just communicate it to the people. And I'm sure that little by little, people are going to be more, joining these kind of things. Maybe not living in a community, but really learning that they can do something about it.
I will try to live similar to the way of life here, and maybe even, I don't know, start something like this. It's just, yeah. It's so nice to have such an easy life, like you don't think of the usual distractions you have around You just focus on what is really essential and you do it, and it's a lot of fun.
I think that having a goal for the community is very important. And for that goal to be bioregionally relevant is very important. Try to be relevant to what's going around you. Try to be relevant to your neighbors, to the physical environment around you, and try to be of service and of help to them. And I think that gives much more power to a community when it's locally relevant. First of all the neighbors. If you look at every single person in the 3 villages around us knows Sadhana very well. Before we even started the project, so we started the project on 19th of December 2003. But in October 2003, we came here and we did the puja, a celebration, traditional celebration, together with all the 3 villages. Everybody came. We served the traditional dish pongal and sweet rice and cashew dish, and we explained exactly what we're going to do. Who are we? What is our aspiration? What we want to do? How will it benefit other people in terms of water, in terms of shade, in terms of whatever? And everybody was so enthusiastic and so supportive. And that enthusiasm and support continues 13 years after. So we're very, very happy. The people are happy. They have much more water in their wells because we're doing a lot of water recharge here on our land, on adjacent lands, helping them to do it on their land if they're interested. Children are coming to children's land, which is like one of our biggest investment in terms of energy and money. Children's Land receives groups of children from the vicinity and enables them to be in nature and to be in an environment that is very creative and very directed by the children. So yeah, I think we have I'm super happy with the people around us. Yeah, we did a lot of outreach to a state called Madhya Pradesh, which is the central state of India, just in the center of India. We did reforestation there, water conservation, different projects. All of them were very, very successful, so we're very happy about that, and received very well by the local people. The success of outreach projects, is in the communication with the people. Mm-hmm. If you know how to communicate with them, if you explain what you're doing, if you are warm and attentive to their needs, to what they want, and a sense of humor really helps. People really like when you're a bit funny and not very serious NGO type. We came to help you and we'll do this and this and this and this, and so yeah, I think we've managed to communicate really well and to implement the projects well, and we would like to do more and more of those, but financially we are not so able. But we're doing whatever we can. We also have 2 other projects outside of India. We have a Sadhana Forest Haiti and Sadhana Forest Kenya, which are reforestation projects managed by us, focused on food forestry, on creating food forests around people's homes. These are in areas where food is an issue. Scarcity of food is an issue. Scarcity of water is an issue, unlike here. And we're trying to provide the knowledge, the experience, and also the seedlings, tree seedlings that are drought resistant, indigenous, and food producing for the people, free of charge. The training is also free of charge. so that they could create long-term food security for their families. I think optimism is a very, very contagious condition. And if you're really an optimist, inside of you, at every moment, I think you can radiate that through your actions, through your being, and people want to be optimistic. They don't want to be depressed, but their reality is difficult. And if you say, yeah, this reality is transient, we can change this reality. Yeah, this desert that you have around you can become into a forest. It's not a problem. We can do it together. Just step by step. It's no magic. It's no, you don't have to know anything special. You don't have to go to forestry university or anything like this. You just have to follow a few simple steps, understand what nature needs in order to regenerate itself, because nature at every moment of its existence wants to regenerate into what it was. It wants. We just have to give it certain conditions. Bang. It's back to being lush, to being full of diversity. Yeah.
To be very honest, what I think is communities like this are the way forward. It'll take time, but this could be actually a replicable model across the globe. But I don't think if it can be replicable on scale, in the sense that I don't think this can be applied on 5 million people. I think they have to be communities of 100, 200, 300 people that have different sets of ideas and different value systems, but they can all work in sync together to create a more sustainable future.
I think I see the impact where we are, and I see the impact not just on the environment but on the people. I see how people are becoming optimistic. People that were totally despaired and just thought, how the hell do I go out of this area? Where can I get a job? How can I, as fast as possible, run out of here? And now they believe that they can actually sustain themselves, that they can actually, support themselves in their area. And that's, for me, it's beautiful.
How do I wake my spirit cold? We always say when our history's told, if only we knew the things we know. There's a question ages old. Let me down easy, let me down slow. If all good things ever come and go, let me back down in a place I know. Hold the nail for the hammer stroke.